On his three-day visit to the United States, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is addressing members of the Indian diaspora, as is customary on these trips, and is in New York today. He will also engage with CEOs of leading global companies at a roundtable discussion. While in New York, Prime Minister Modi will also attend the Summit of the Future at the United Nations. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called the summit a once-in-a-generation UN summit. Modi will also chair key bilateral meetings during the second leg of his three-day visit to the US. The Prime Minister travelled to New York from Philadelphia on Saturday to attend the program. Prime Minister Modi reached the hotel to a rousing welcome by the members of the Indian community. And of course, the community was chanting slogans. They waved Indian flags and took selfies with the Indian leader. Sharing glimpses of his interaction with the Indian community, Prime Minister wrote on social media, and I'm going to quote here, "After programs in Delaware, landed in New York, eager to be among the diaspora at the community program in the city and to take part in other programs." The Prime Minister also met several artists performing at the event. Now, earlier, Prime Minister Modi took part in the 4th edition of the Quad Leaders Summit. It was a farewell summit for both US President Joe Biden and Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, who are stepping down from their respective offices. Prime Minister Modi thanked US President Biden for hosting the summit and praised his commitment to strengthen the Quad as a force for global good. Modi reiterated that at a time when the world is ridden with tensions and conflicts, the coming together of Quad partners with shared democratic ethos and values is important for humanity.
फ्रेंड्स, हमारी बैठक ऐसे समय हो रही है जब विश्व तनावों और संघर्षों से घिरा हुआ है। ऐसे में साझा डेमोक्रेटिक वैल्यूज के आधार पर क्वाड का मिलकर साथ चलना पूरी मानवता के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है।
Prime Minister Modi stressed that the Quad grouping stood for upholding international order based on the rule of law, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, with a commitment to pursue peaceful resolution of the global conflicts. At a presser, India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri stated that India is holding a conversation with interlocutors to find a peaceful and mutually agreeable resolution for the Russia-Ukraine war. Prime Minister also expressed gratitude to President Biden for the return of 297 invaluable antiquities to India and his commitment to combat the illicit trafficking of cultural properties. At the Quad Summit, the leaders announced many initiatives, including the Quad Cancer Moonshot, a groundbreaking partnership to save lives in the Indo-Pacific region by combating cervical cancer. Also announced was the Maritime Initiative for Training in the Indo-Pacific, or METRI, to enable Indo-Pacific partners to maximize tools via Quad initiatives. The first ever Quad at Sea Ship Observer mission in 2025 to improve interoperability and advance maritime safety, and collective Quad effort to boost energy efficiency, which is a new initiative to award 50 Quad scholarships worth $500,000 to students from Indo-Pacific, among others. Now, on the sidelines of the Quad Summit, Prime Minister held bilateral discussions with Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida on infrastructure, semiconductors, defence and green energy. PM Modi also met with Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and reaffirmed their commitment to further deepen Indian-Australian comprehensive strategic partnership.